Hey guys, welcome to some battle videos. I actually thought of doing some battle videos. This one is Magnamon X Antibody versus Shine Turbo Ruin mode. Such a nasty deck. And I had an idea of kind of putting some decks through the ringer. So for example, I wanted to do Magnamon and put them against kind of like the meta decks to see how they would go against. That way you'd be able to see what decks, shut it down, what decks don't. So just thought it was pretty cool. If you guys are down with that, want to see more videos like this, let me know, because these are time consuming. And if you guys don't want to see this, then I don't want to waste your time. And of course, mine either. Here, the ShineGreymon player did play the Marcus, which is what you really want to see with this deck. This deck is really nuts because you're able to go into Ruin mode basically from your ShineGreymon if you have all the pieces you have. You're able to go into the Ruin mode and then just give that blanket minus 5,000 DP till the end of your opponent's turn. Here we do see the Fire Rocket with that Magnamon, that new one that comes into BT17. You did Digivolve for free from that training, and that new Vmon gives reduces it by 1 as well. The Digivolves for 3, so it'd be 0. It does clash there, and now you do have Armor Purge. And now the Vmon does still stay suspended, but now it will unsuspend with that Magnamon. It would get the reduction, but I think that Vmon is only once per turn for that Digivolution reduction if you Digivolve from 2 colors. So passing it on with a Magnamon blocker and the Magnamon in the trash, giving him another 2,000 DP. So he is at 9,000 DP blocker. Now the Agumon does move up, gaining a memory. If I do have a Tamer in play, playing that Marcus, using his effect, and now going into that limited Greymon. So now go through that security stack, and if there is a Tamer there, which there is, another one does get played for free. Get to shuffle back your security and recover 1. And that GeoGrey for this deck specifically is just busted. But I mean, just in general, right? So now we got 2 of the Marcuses. Now Marcus here, when you do swing, you are able to Digivolve one of your Greymon for free. And now that's what's gonna get triggered here. And you can go into that newer-ish Rise Greymon. This one, when you Digivolve, you do play a Marcus from your hand. More importantly, if a Marcus gets deleted, it has the all turns once per turn. I think it's all turns. When a Marcus gets deleted, you can take a Marcus from your trash and then put it on top of your security. So a way to recover. Now here you do Digivolve into that ShineGreymon for 4. When you Digivolve, it suspends all your yellow Tamers, therefore triggering the Marcus. The Marcus does suspend and it triggers a free evolution for the Ruin mode. So now you got blanket minus 5k with the additional DP reduction of the ShineGreymon from the level 6. You have a blanket of, not a blanket, but I was able to do minus 10k on that Magnamon, therefore reducing it to 0. So now the armor perch doesn't really matter. And that's kind of the strategy you want to use going against this Magnamon, is using that DP reduction, because that armor purge is pesky and it's annoying to deal with after you swing at it, and then it just reverts back to its prior form. Here the drop of Davis and the blue mem boost, searching for cards. Do have 3 targets there. Going with the 2-2 split here of the blue mem and the training. That's kind of what you're seeing now nowadays. And it just really depends on your play style, whichever you want to use. The training boost just allows you to get any card of the color. The memory boost, you could only get a Digimon, but you do dig into your deck for cards. Here we go. The Agumon does get Digivolved in the bottom. Playing that Marcus for 1 memory. Digivolving for 2 to that GeoGrey. So now here, that Ruin mode, end of attack, it does. See here, if there was like a X Antibody Ruin mode, not that I know that there is one, but you'd be able to Digivolve again for free. And now there you go. The Marcus does hit that Magna, triggering Rise Greymon's Inherit, and now it just goes back to the top of the security. So this Ruin mode is actually really nuts, because now you're recovering and then dropping that Agumon and ending turn. That Ruin mode, I think it has to choose when it's going to attack to give that blanket minus 5k, which you could have done it prior turn, because now that Vmon would have not been able to move up, causing it to get deleted. And now the Gmon, the Vmon with jamming just goes through that Marcus and now digivolve into that Magnamon. This Magnamon, you can, when you digivolve, you pick a target, and for every color that target has, you get to strip 2 cards from the top, and then you get to bounce a Digimon with no sources back to the hand. So I was about to say the Vmon, the Agumon is a trigger there. Playing that, forgot the name of it, the Royal Knight, Awakening of the Royal Knight. So now you can digivolve into another Magnamon. Here comes the Magna X, and now when you do digivolve, it triggers us when digivolving, of course. You are not affected by any effects. You gain 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. So now, it doesn't matter of this DP reduction. However, if there is DP reduction while it is still now it's when it's Magnamon's turn, then that DP reduction does carry over, and the Magnamon would have to check a security in order for it to get its protection. Once again, the Marcus does swing, triggering that rise, and now again, if the Magna does block, then the Marcus would just go to the top of the security stack. Here we go, we do draw for that Tamer being suspended. And the Magna has to be careful when to block. Here, they could clash, which I think he's going to go for a clash. Elisa has Armor Purge, and the ShineGreymon Ruin Mode would not trigger its end of attack, which I think you are not able to recover and or hatch, but you do have the on deletion giving blanket minus 5000, which is fine because now that Magnamon X is sitting at 15. Or no, not yet, because he didn't activate his alt turn. So he's still sitting at 12. So now you go into that ShineGrey, digivolve for 4, suspend, and now here's another Ruin Mode. And now there's a blanket minus 10k on the field to the end of your opponent's turn. It's absolutely nuts. So now, even though the Magna is not protected, it does have minus 10k. It's still alive by 2000. But once a security card is checked, now it's going to trigger its all turns when a security card is trashed or removed, whatever, you could trigger it when digivolving. Now he would unsuspend, get 3000 DP, and since no effects would affect it, now he jumps immediately back up to 15,000. So now here you're going to see him unsuspend, and there you go. So now that blanket minus 10k doesn't affect that Magna. Dropping that Blue Mem, searching for 4. Hitting a few targets here. And that Shakomon. It's actually a nice tech because all the Magnamons are blue and yellow. You're able to DNA into them. Playing this deck, I didn't really use the Shakomon as much as I thought I was. And I also do think that depends on what kind of decks you're going against. But now here you do have that. Now you don't have the blanket minus 10, which is why the Magnamon player just decided to digivolve in the breeding area was probably the best move to do. Here we go, paying 1 memory, 2 memory. Would have paid the 3, but then it would have ended the turn. Ruin Mode now with 3 bodies to swing. And if the Tamer gets deleted, now it will go into security. So now does it choose to block? Are you going to block or what you doing? Thinking about it, let's it go through. Oh, it's a Heaven's Judgment. That only gives minus 12, and they are choosing ShineGrey as the target. So now the ShineGrey has 3000 DP. That Heaven's Judgment in this Magnamon deck is just busted, especially if you're using it with that X antibody, because now it triggers when you play it, so it's 6000, and then it triggers again for every color that you have in play. That's 3. That's 6, 12, 18, 24, 24,000 that you could do on one. Checks another one. Checks, why do I keep forgetting this card's name? Awakening of the Royal Knight. So now the security here, you could put a Vmon to your hand, and then that option goes to your hand. I'm sorry. Yeah, they both go to your hand. Or Magnamon, I'm sorry. But now, since a security was triggered, the Magnamon will trigger its effect, unsuspending itself, giving itself 3000 DP again. And checking the end of attack here, the end of attack. The Ruin Mode does get deleted. It will trigger that blanket 5000 DP. Do recover one if you have a Tamer in play. And you would hatch, but there is already Agumon in the back. finishing turn with that yellow mem. And yeah, Shine is actually pretty nuts. Now, the Magnamon could come back. There's no blockers. If there's a way to do a shitload of checks, unsuspend, then it's possible. There's a blue mem on the field. You got two Magnamons there. Let's see what this Magnamon could do here. We do have the X antibody with protection and 15,000 DP. Moving up that Magnamon that came out with the Royal Knights, I think it's 15, right? It's kind of the lesser... I don't want to say weaker, but it's... oh, it's a Shine. However, Magna triggers first. Should have unsuspended, gaining another 3,000, going to 18. Huh, interesting. I'm not sure what happened there. So, anyway. Yeah, I really don't know what happened. Okay. But as I was saying, that Magna, when it gets deleted, it would hit. Oh, well, I guess it didn't matter. So now there you go. With that Digivolution, swing again. If it checks that security, it will unsuspend anyway. It does. Triggers. Oh, this is interesting. That Marcus on play, you could suspend, give something minus 3,000 DP when it on plays. Hitting, oh, that's nuts. Hitting that Magna with the blanket from ShineGreymon Ruin Mode 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, minus 3, which does delete that Magna. Damn. And that's how Magnamon could have won that turn. Wow. I really don't know what happened with the X antibody, but hey, I mean, it still worked out, I guess. Wow, that switched up fairly quickly, and I actually think that's game one going to Shine, just because of all these bodies are going to come out of Marcus's, since you do have Agumon. Pay 3 memory. The Magna can only block once here. You do have 2 blockers on the board, though. Either way, I mean, there's 4 attacks. There's no way. Swing with the Marcus. Digivolve into the Rise Gray. This is the old one. I think it's BT2, 3-ish. And this Rise Gray has the inherit when you have 3 Tamers on the field. Get security attack +1. So now there you go. You do block with that Magna, popping that Marcus. Marcus does die. There is no inherit to recover. Giving minus DP from the inherits and drawing. And still got 3 attacks. I mean, it's still GG's. Think we're playing it safe here. Going into BT, I don't know which one this is. This is a newer ShineGreymon, though, where it makes a Marcus a Digimon, give him blocker, and when he suspends, give something minus 6,000 DP. Swings into that Marcus. And now, here we go. Another Ruin Mode. Blanket minus 5. And now that Magna should get deleted from getting minus DP from the inherit as well. I mean, regardless, it was going to be, I mean, there's a block. And then you just swing with other markers, and there you go. ShineGreymon did have it. I had a long day, so I really don't know what happened with the Magna X. After I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Match 2. Magna does take it off. I am trying a bit of the jamming VMons here, just because I kind of want to be a little aggressive with this build. You know, you want to bring up the VMons, swing with the VMon jamming, Digivolve to the Magna that unsuspends, swing again. If it gets deleted, just Digivolve into another one, and then if they swing into it, you have your jamming VMon back. It's kind of the whole gimmick of these VMons. This was a thing back then with when the first armor deck came out. You had all these VMons and you had the Flame Dramons running around. This is pretty cool. I wonder, I mean, you'd be able to build a different armor deck, but the Magna armor deck is going to be far more superior just because of the, you know, X antibody. Could you use it? I mean, sure you can, but that means you would have to run level 5s, which you probably could. Ooh, you could probably do Chimeramons as level 5s. You have a lot of level 4. Oh my goodness, I'm about to try that. Then you could have the Magna X for level 6. Oh, damn. All right, here we go. Digivolve into that Magnamon. This one is the Royal Knight one. Playing that Davis, and now I should play a VMon. But that Magna, when it gets deleted, you draw a card and then you can play a Vmon from its sources or your hand, which could be good. It will trigger all the Vmons on plays, and then therefore you can search. And I mean, searching is always good. Having a Vmon there, and then it'll be your turn going into that Magna and then kind of just doing your damage. Got the ShineGreymon late, playing that Marcus, suspending it, gaining a memory since there's a Greymon, giving it -3, -4. And I think the inherits pop at -3. Is that what we're doing? Okay, no. We popped the Vmon with the when a Tamer suspends deleted Digimon -3000 DP or less, and all the DP reduction, the Magnamon got it. So now the Greymon swings over it. And if we go reading the effect, there's so many cards in this TCG that, I mean, you forget, like, oh, what the hell does this do again? So if you don't play cards often, you forget, right? So we do play the Vmon from the stinging thing, and comes back out, plays a Marcus, suspends it on play, and deletes that Vmon. And that's another thing you want to do against this Magnamon, is just steer clear from these Vmons and delete them if you can, because having that Vmon there it just opens the door for so many things. Playing a Davis, tough break, 2 options, only have the Vmon there, and just passing turn. Wow, ish, that's rough. That's a Brachio. Could have played the Vmon, but I think didn't play it because of all the inherits that Shine has, that when he's gonna attack, it's gonna get deleted anyway. So now the Agumon does Digivolve in the back. Still have 2 Marcuses. Those Marcuses cannot become Digimon by their own effects, unfortunately, but that Marcus can. It is played from that ShineRise. ShineGreymon is played. Now it's going to tap those 3 Tamers. And gaining 2 memory from the Marcuses, that's nuts. If that Davis wasn't there, it would have started at 2. And now that other Marcus triggered the ShineGreymon Ruin Mode evolution, giving Blanket security, giving Blanket -5000 DP. And now here he's stuck with that Vmon down there. He can't move it up because it will get deleted immediately. Goes into the Magna, goes into the X Antibody Magna, the first one that we got. Kind of forced to have to Digivolve in the raising area. These 3, we got that Agumon, Ruin Mode, 3 Tamers. We do pay for that one of the Marcus. And then that Agumon, during your main phase, you can make one of your Marcus a Digimon with 3000 DP or less. And there we go, just like that, 2 bodies, 4, 5 in total. That's just nuts. Swing with the Shine. You do have the Rise Greymon in here. If there's 3 Tamers, get security attack +1. First check is a Davis. Regardless, this Ruin Mode is going to get deleted at the end of battle, because that's what happens when you attack with it. But looks like we're going for game here. Swings into that starter deck Magna. So now, 2 things here. You could Digivolve that ShineGrey, get it out of the way, but it's going to go away anyway, end of attack. So why not Digivolve something else? And there goes that Agumon. Now Ruin Mode goes away instead of staying on the field as a ShineGreymon. That would have sucked more. So now another Blanket -5000 DP. It is deleted. It will recover and hatch. So that would have been the upside of getting it Digivolved. But would you rather have a level 6 still on the board? Or worst case scenario, have that? So the way that Magna works, it does have security attack plus, and it could run through the stack fairly quick. So it's possible. Now there's 3 bodies. It really just depends what's on the security here at this point, to be honest. And here we go. Got a Vmon for 2. And I think ShineGrey should have it. Yep. And there we go. All right, guys. If you guys like this, let me know. It's kind of GG's here. Plays that Vmon from the, Davis. Still, it's a little too late now. But there we go. GG's. Hello, Riri's.